Alright, so hello there. I am Papa01 and this is AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 Show 7A. And we are doing the second Fist by Chance qualifier for the PW division. Yeah, I'm just going to talk like that from now on. I was trying to do it where like, this is AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. I am Papa01. But now, I'm going to say my name and say all that shit right behind it. Because that works quicker for me. Alright, as you already know, we already got everything all set up, so let's just go right into it and start the game. Oh, as you already know, I will not be, telling you what the rules are for the matches, but you will still be able to see them in English in case you want to know what exactly the rules are before we get started with everything. So we will still be showing you the rules. As most games, you will be able to see the rules, but I'm talking about as far as like the tournaments and the leagues, which is the tournaments are for Fist by Chance qualifiers, and the leagues are for Fist by Chance matches, and you can't automatically see the rules. So I have to show it to you like this. And even the ones where you can see the rules, if some of you may not know my rules or what they mean in English, so that's why I'm still gonna be showing them. As so that will still be going on. Let me put it back on there one more time. So this is the rules for Fist by Chance qualifier for the PW division once again. Right. Now we can go out on this. Make sure it's on hardest difficulty because sometimes I do other matches in between it that I'm not recording. Especially with my creator wrestlers, the ones I created, I'm gonna be testing them out in between matches and stuff. Anyway, enjoy the first match. Oh, as I mentioned, I will be doing commentary for only the Fist by Chance qualifiers. The ranking matches, Fist by Chance, and number one contenders and title matches, I will not be doing commentary. We'll just be watching those. I'm only going to practice my commentary when it comes to these matches. Alright, so arm wrench into elbow smash by Ultimo Dragon. They get into a test of strength. Ultimo Dragon has the advantage in it. And then he is able to do the cruiserweight arm drag counter, or I should have said the arm drag counter. Yeah, the arm drag counter. The other one is an arm whip. I said I was gonna call it an arm whip. Tie up by I want to say his name is Tata Haito, but Taka Wee. I think his name is Taka Wee. IWA. Takui takes the back. The counter backflip by Ultimo. Ultimo will strike. They're striking, blocking each other's grapple attempts. I believe that was, the fireman's carry move was blocked. Guys in the fireman carry, and it was blocked by Ultimo Dragon. Springboard missile drop kick is blocked by Takawee. Takawee comes back in the ring. Hit him with a strike. Now he gets hit with a strike there. Take his strikes from each other. Counter drop kick is caught. Counter punch into an arm breaker. Tie up by Takawee, followed by a farm smash. Another farm smash by Takui. Punch counter into the drop kick by Ultimo Dragon. Tied by Ultimo Dragon. He sends his opponent to the corner, but he gets caught with the big boot counter in the corner as he was doing a jumping forearm smash. But he countered a grapple move into a knee strike into the face. Jumping back kick by Ultimo Dragon. Picks up the opponent, but his punch is countered to an arm breaker. Irish whip by Takui into the corner. Back take by Takui, followed up with a forearm smash to the back. He picks up Ultimo, grabs him from behind, but Ultimo escapes with the counter backflip. Back take into a backbreaker by Ultimo Dragon. Ultimo Dragon now has his finisher. And the one thing to know about Ultimo Dragon's finisher is that, you know, it's a pinning running power bomb. So, I think that's a head and arm sleeper hold. Oh no, that's a chicken wing sleeper. The chicken wing sleeper, I think it's called. Yeah, that's a chicken wing sleeper. That's the mission hold he just had him in. This time the springboard drop kick lands. Wasn't really, he pushed his opponent back just a little bit with it. Snapback by Takui. Running spinning wheel kick is blocked. Shin breaker by Takui. Counter back take by Takui into a knee smash. I mean a shin breaker, my bad. Another counter back take by Takui, this time into a forearm smash to the back. In less than a minute now. Ultimo Dragon's Irish whip is reversed by Takui into a back body drop from Takui. Standing clothesline by Takui sends Ultimo Dragon to the apron, and then he gives him a club to the chest to knock him off the apron, but not going to the outside. I think it's the first time we've seen people on the outside in any of the Fistball Challenge qualifiers. Or at least fighting on the outside, man. We're coming up on a couple seconds left. Ultimo Dragon is trying to get out of there. He should. Oh no. He just got forearm smash. Is Takui gonna be able? Yup, he's gonna be able to do it. He's gonna hit him with the multiple power bombs into the Death Valley driver. Oh, he's going for 5. He's going for 5 of them into the Death Valley driver. I believe he should wait for 4 and try to go for a pin, but like anyway, he did enough damage to get the win because I know who was gonna get the victory right there. And like he could have still got the pinfall if he had to wait for the 4th and 5th, you know, power bomb. Should have after the 3rd. I think it's after 2 you go for the Death Valley driver, or after 3 of them or something. But wherever it was, yeah, could just went for a 3 power bomb into the Death Valley driver and got the pinfall and got the finish, to say. Alright. K-Moto is gonna be taking Shiro. It's Shigo. Yeah, I got his name spelt wrong as far as like the way I have it on the what's the name on the screenshot. The screenshot is spelt wrong. We can skip all through that. Don't need to see all that. Go straight into it. Alright. Because you only get to see the in-ring introductions as far as it comes to, you know, rank people. Rank people, we gonna look at their in-ring, you know, what's the name? Their in-ring introductions and stuff. So anyway, snap suplex by Shigo. Or Shigo. Yeah, Shigo. Shigo with the counter arm breaker. Rising dropkick fails by Kanemoto. Kanemoto with the Irish whip by Shigo grabs the ropes. Or Shigo, I should say. Shigo with the DDT. Shigo's jumping forearm smash is counter into a reverse armbar. Or I'm just gonna say reverse armbar count. Running grapple reverse armbar counter. Yeah. A reverse armbar counter. As you can see if what they're doing as far as like if they're running or if it's standing attack or whatever like that. Yeah. Or reverse armbar counter off of the running attack, I should say. Yeah. I gotta remember how I'm gonna say stuff. Running, jumping, DDT. Running, spinning, jumping, DDT, I should say. Jumping calf kick. Boston Crab by Shigo. Back take by Shigo. Or should I call him Kentaro? That sounds better. You know, Kentaro. Reverse back takes by both Kentaro and what's it, Kanemoto into a bridged suplex. Or a bridged German suplex, I should say, by Kentaro. Yeah. Kentaro with a swinging neck breaker, fire up with a face wash. Counter arm breaker by Kentaro. Kentaro now is going for the jumping, spinning DDT. His opponent gets right back up. Maybe able to hit a second one. Yep, he's going to be able to hit a second one. This may be all over. He hits his finisher again. It should give him the win. Alright, Kentaro with the finish. Congrats to him. I believe, unless there was a finish in the first match has qualified for the PW division. I think he has the first one of show 7A for the PW division. I think that's the first finish. Alright, move on. Now he's going to pick on Hiro Michi. Yeah, Hiro Michi. Headbar by Hiro Michi. Swinging neck breaker by Kentaro. They're in the tie-up. Kentaro with the Irish whip, followed by the back body drop. Counter back take by Kentaro, followed up with the bulldog. Kentaro with another swinging neck breaker. Now with a face wash. So Tatiana going by both wrestlers at the moment, or both fighters, or both competitors, whatever you want to call it. Test of strength with Kentaro getting the better of it. But Hiromichi was able to get the hands class suplex, or hand tie-up suplex, I should say. Yeah, hand tie-up suplex. Backleg by Hiromichi into a box of crab. He followed that up with a box of crab, I should say. Headbutt is blocked by Kentaro. He gets the European uppercut. Picks up Hiromichi. Hiromichi counters a strike with the eye poke. Kentaro with another Irish whip. This time he runs the ropes himself as well and gets the running, jumping, swinging DDT. Goes to pick up Hiromichi again. Gets another tie-up and throws Hiromichi into the ropes again and goes for a second time in a row the running, jumping, swinging DDT. Is he going to try to go for a third one? About to find out. He gets a strong tie-up this time and go for a head scissors takedown. Reversal Irish whip by Hiromichi, followed up with a kick to the body. Strike caught into an arm breaker by Kentaro. Counter back take by Hiromichi, then Kentaro gets one of his own into a roll-up pin, or schoolboy pin, I should say. Headbutt by Hiromichi. Kentaro comes right back with a slap to the face. Diving over the ropes into a leg jump by Hiromichi. Power drive by Hiromichi. Oh wait, that was Kentaro with the diving over the ropes to a leg drop. Yeah. Bulldog by Kentaro. Evades the strike is Kentaro, but Hiromichi counters the, what was it, the small package with a kick to the stomach. Swing the neck breaker by Kentaro. He picks up his opponent. Front drop kick by Kentaro. Swinging neck breaker is blocked by Kentaro. Irish whip is countered by Kentaro into another back body drop. He follows that up with a running elbow drop. He runs into the ropes. And his running grapple is blocked by Hiromichi. Hiromichi's Irish whip is reversed by Kentaro into a sleeper hold. We're coming up on a minute to go, and I believe Kentaro has the lead as far as like who's been doing the most in this match. He hits the strong punch that knocks down Hiromichi. Kentaro lands the front drop kick, and now he has his finisher. Will he be able to get his second finish in a row for this 5th chance qualifier? Hiromichi was able to avoid getting hit with the finisher, and then he was able to hit the belly to back suplex, and he falls up with an elbow drop. We're coming up on less than 20 seconds to go. Kentaro sent his opponent to the apron with a strike and get into a tie-up, and Hiromichi goes for the powerbomb pin. He only gets a 1 count though. You can kind of see where this match is headed, and I believe Kentaro is the one with the win. He blocks the back take, and then he has the win. Congrats to Kentaro. He wasn't able to get 2 finishes in a row, but he can still leave with 2 finishes. But I think he'll just be satisfied with the win overall in the finals. And his opponent will be Takui. And let's see who will be moving on to the 5th spot chance at Show 7C for the PW division. I think my commentary is a little touch and miss and stuff. Alright. Leg caught into the pushdown by Takui. Takui with the spinning forearm smash. Leg caught again by Takui, but it's a guri by Kentaro to get out of it. Takui with the counter arm breaker into an arm bar. Ice whip is reversed by Takui into the back body drop. Counter strike arm breaker by Kentaro. Takui with the back chop. Backhand chop, I should say. Vertical suplex by Takui. Rising shoulder block is blocked by, well, it's deflected. Well, it was a failed rising shoulder block by Kentaro, I should say. Yeah. Tie up, hands tied, hand clash or hand tie up suplex by Kentaro. Back body drop suplex by Takui. Counter back take by Takui into a shin breaker. Another counter back take by Takui, this time into a running bulldog. This time the rising shoulder block sends Takui into the outside. He gets back in the ring. Back take by Kentaro into elbow smash or forearm smash to the back, my bad. Counter back take, but this time it's blocked by the reverse elbow. The back elbow, I should say. Taka Lee goes to the top rope and come down, but the diving double X handle is blocked. He follows that up with a. Did he follow that up with the standing clothesline? Not sure. Snap mare by Taka Lee. Taka Lee with the scoop slam. Counter back take by Taka Lee into a bulldog. European uppercut by Kentaro. Rising clothesline failed by Taka Lee. Tie up into a back take by Taka Lee into a forearm smash. Back take into a back clothesline by Taka Lee. Picks the opponent back up. And now this time he's going for the abdominal stretch. Kentaro with the Irish whip into the corner, but it's blocked. Then backdrop suplex by Taka Lee. He's finna be able to get his finisher this time, and this may do it. One powerbomb, 2 powerbomb, 3 powerbomb, 4 powerbombs, 5 to the Death Valley Driver. I think it's supposed to be 5 bounce bombs, then you do the Death Valley Driver automatically. Anyway, Taka Lee wins the match, and he will be moving on to the 5th spot chance of Show 7C for the PW division. That's the match. I got a screenshot it now. Alright. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna go on here because, you know, I got this wrestler already with the multiple German suplexes. Now it's usually only 3. See, this is only 3, and I know there's a triple powerbomb pin. And like you can like, if you like roll the analog or wherever the taunt button is you got for the game, it'll freaking make him do 5 instead of 3. But where he's at? Oh yeah, he's at IWGP Junior, but I had it on here as IWGP 3. And these are the junior heavyweights over here. Now the multiple power bombs into, what's it called again? The multiple power bombs into the Death Valley Driver. Does it automatically do 4 or 5 or what? 1, 2. Oh, so it is 4 power bombs. Okay, so it is 4 power bombs. So instead of going for the 3rd power bomb, he goes into the Death Valley Driver. So he was doing 4 power bombs, then he was going for the Death Valley Driver. Okay, now I get it. Because I was miscounting it. I kept on thinking he was doing 5. Instead of doing like a triple power bomb, he does 1 power bomb, then 2, then he goes into the Death Valley Driver. So instead of doing 5 power bombs, he does 1, 2, 3, 4, then he goes to the Death Valley Driver. Okay. Or he could have possibly did 5 of them, I'm not sure. That's just what I think happened with that. Alright. Let's set it up for the MMA Division's first 5th spot chance qualifier match of Show 7A. And we have these 4 going at it. Okay. Come on, man. I got so many misspellings by just a fucking letter on here, man. This just pissed me off, man. That's supposed to be an I, not a freaking O. That's supposed to be an I right there. Alright. That's supposed to be a goddamn eye. Alright, I probably won't be doing this for a while. I'll probably do this tomorrow. As you can see just now, that is happening. Probably watch something on TV. May get back into this. Alright. And who is the final person involved in this? Okay. Yeah, I found out that I've been spelling that dude's name wrong this whole damn time. It's supposed to be an H right there. That's supposed to be a fucking H. I had a U right there before, and I had a U right here where the H is at, and then back where the K was at, there used to be a W, but that's based off of how the game has it. That's based off how the Game Frags has it spelled and shit like that. And I'm thinking like that's the right way to spell everything, but sometimes it's not. Alright, we already know what all this is. I can turn off this, make this into blood stoppage, yeah. Turn this into a no. Yeah, because we already know 5, 5, 1, yes. Blood stoppage, yes, yes. No, free, no. 1 round, MMA, yeah. Alright, so we can go out in the game now. I had a feeling that it was supposed to be like, instead of doing 3 power bombs, it's supposed to be 2 power bombs, then the freaking Death Valley Driver, or 4 power bombs, then the Death Valley Driver is the 5th move that they do with the multiple power bombs into Death Valley Driver. But anyway, I keep on forgetting to do this, exit out of the damn game. I think I forgot to exit out of the game like the last couple times I've done recordings for that game in particular, because I keep on forgetting to exit all the way out of the game, then go into this. So yeah, that's all there is to this. I hope you enjoyed the matches. Sorry if my commentating skills are a little hit and miss. I swear it would have been way better if like these were like, you know, WWE, because I been watching WWE longer than I watched any other form of pro wrestling from any other promotion and stuff like that. The majority of, you know, people in general, you know, who watch pro wrestling, unless you're from Japan, then you probably watch freaking New Japan and, you know, the All Japan Pro Wrestling, and what was IWGP, and Noah Wrestling. Well, Noah Wrestling is kind of new, yeah. That was created by Masawa. He created Noah Wrestling, I believe. But that sort of thing. But anyway, yeah. Until the next one later, and yeah, once again, hope you enjoy. I'll probably get back into doing the recordings for either sometime later on today, or probably no time later on today at all. Yeah, probably do that. I'll probably just do the MMA division one day, to do the absolute division one day and stuff like that. Just take it slowly with the process of doing this. Also, I finished. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about doing this earlier. Yeah, I was talking about it, but I only touched on it for a quick second. And the reason I'm gonna be talking about it in this video, because I'm not sure when I'm gonna get started on it. So those are the last 3. I am on the last 3 tournaments for what's the name, for Custom Robo V2. And you see right here, this is the end credits of the second part of the game. I think I got the screenshot for the one that you do for the first part of the game as well. I think I got that screen credit as well, where this is at the very end, and you gotta sit through it. That's the only thing I don't like about it. You have to sit through it at the very fucking end. That shit is so annoying. I'm like, come on, man, I can't skip over it. So yeah, I got that on there, but I'm gonna delete it anyway. and some people were taken off. I took off certain people on the game. Like there, no, what is it? You see, where is it? I got the old man characters on here, and I think there's only 3 now. Got old man character number 1, number 2, and yeah, cause it was they call him old man, but I call him the aerial character. Like this is how I got it set up, cause like there's all sorts of characters on here. I basically got them. I call them by the names I want to call them, because they got something called Shining Fighter, and then Vanishing Fighter, and this, that, the other. So like that's how I call them. And the first character you play as, he's balanced. You know, as far as like his stats of his attack, defense, attack, offense, ground defense, ground speed and air speed, you know. So that's how I got them set up. And like balanced, because their attributes overall is balanced. And like what I mean by robos and attributes, I mean, you know, their best attribute. So he's balanced all over. Then you got this one, the acrobat, that's the girl. She's the best mobility overall, because she has the best as far as air mobility with the ground mobility. So air speed with the vertical jump, and ground speed with the what? Ground speed with the running. Yeah. Then the fighter, he just got the best melee attack. Every character on here has attack on here, and I just call them the melee attack. It turns them red, and they strike their opponent and stuff like that. And like they have invisibility frames or whatever like that, or whatever it's called, where like they'll hit them, they'll be able to go through their opponent's like attacks. This robot game uses guns and bombs and stuff for attacks and stuff, for like weapons. And then you have only one actual physical attack, which is your melee attack. Then there's the powerhouse. I call them powerhouse because they built like tanks and stuff like that. I believe I got some more here that you can see. This guy at the top right here you see is a balanced character. The guy you see at the bottom is a beast character, or characters are called that. Right here, yeah, right here. This is a tank. I mean, this is a powerhouse. This is a powerhouse. You see where it's set? You see where the 9 is at on the screen? The second category. That's for attack, offense. All of them have 9s. Every powerhouse have a 9, so that's why I call them powerhouses. You know, because they got the best damage. They do the most damage. Yeah. Then you got the stickman, who has the best defense mobility and stuff like that. Then the lady Death, she has the best offense mobility. And the reason why I call one the stickman and the other one the lady Death is because this category for the females, for the women, she looks like a what's the name character? She looked like the character from off of the anime movie, you know, Lady Death. So that's why I call them Lady Death. And then the stickman, they're just the skinniest characters on the game, so I just call them stickman. They like a stick figure, so I just call them stickmans. And then we move on to Speed M and Speed F. They're the smallest characters on the screen, and some of them have attack defense as low as a 1, and I believe those are the Speed Fs. The Speed F stands for, the F stands for female, the M stands for male, so that's why we got the Speed M and Speed F. But they both got the both best ground mobility because they move the fastest, they run around the fastest, so they got the best ground speed with / running. And then we move on to the aerial, which is the best flying mobility. because they're they don't have the highest number for the 4th category for the airspeed / vertical jump, but what they do have is every character has a number of air dodges, because after you press the jump button you get a set number of air dodges. And like the way you figure out how many air dodges a character have is, like, I can show you right here, like on the screen. Like this is the one with the top defensive mobility, because the first category is attack defense, and like, my bad, that's a defensive mobility, attack defense, and you see this is a 10. So this character has the best attack defense, but look at that, it only has a 2 for the air jump, for the air dash or whatever like that. I call them air dashes. That's what I call the move that they're able to do. I can show you right quick what I'm talking about, because you may not know exactly what I'm talking about when I say air dash, so I'll show you right quick. Let's go back into the game right quick. So no, this is a jump teleport. I mean, this is a dash teleport, so it's an air dash that teleports. Pretty much, I'll show you what that is first, then I'll go into the regular character. So you got characters like him that can teleport in the air like a Dragon Ball Z character on you. He can do 5 of them. After the 5th one, he can only just fall down to the ground. Then you got this, if I just said a jump teleport, he can only do it once, and basically he can jump from one screen to the other, one side of the game to the other, or almost a quarter of the way there or half the way there. See, get some good distance with just the one air jump, and he can jump pretty high. And then we have all the other characters who either they do air dashes, and they either dash upward, like these big guys right here. I'll go back onto them. Yeah, I'll go back onto this big guy right here. These are called the tanks. I'm going to talk about them in a second. They air dash upward, you know, and they only get 2 of them. You know, the air dash upward. And then you got the other characters, because there's a few that do air dashes up, and then there's some that do air dashes to the side. So, like a normal air dash. So they got jump boosters, I should say. But I call it air dash or whatever like that. And, oh wait, that's the wrong character. So everybody else, like I was saying, these guys, like you see where that 6 is at? That means he got 6 air dashes. So like literally, like I'll go with my favorite one to play with from this category, where I believe is he a number 5 or number 2? And like he can literally go like this. 1, there we go, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see? And he can just get himself even higher per air dash. See? He dashes to the side, but he's also getting higher up in the air. You see that? See how high he is? He gets higher up in the air. He flies like a freaking bird, literally. Just soars through the air and just get higher and higher in the air. And then you have the ones that's just a straight line. The air dashes for a straight line. That's this character. Him and the Powerhouse and a couple others, they just do a straight line when they air dash. So like, you see that? Just go straight. They don't get no higher, don't get no lower. It's just a straight air dash. And just move quickly. And then the ones with the worst air dash, in my opinion, on the game, damn it, if they'll let me pick, is the speed M and the speed F. preferably the Speed F. I mean the Speed M, my bad. Speed F's, they got some decent ones. No? Yeah, Speed F's, they got some decent ones because they got 3s and stuff. All of them are 3 and 4. And these guys are 2. Well, they both suck when it comes to the 4th category, which is airspeed / vertical jump. So that's why I call them a air dash, because it has to do with their airspeed. So like, I'll show you him. His best attribute is running on the ground. That's their best attribute. That's the best way for them to get around. Is to run around, you know, because them flying is so slow that most guns will shoot them out of the air. See, now if you have to, you can use their, you know, their move to get them around and stuff like that if you have to. But I don't like it when you should never use them to go forward towards an opponent. See how slow that is? And most guns on here shoot quick enough to hit you when you're moving at that slow going forward. Because, like I said, you see that one, and then I could literally pick any other character. Like, I'll pick a heavy. Like, this is a heavy. That's a powerhouse. Look at that. Instantly towards the opponent or away from the opponent, you know? Way quicker, and that's a big character. And the only heavy characters on here are the tanks. I mean, yeah, the tanks and the powerhouse. Yeah. So what were we doing? Oh yeah, we was on this. So yeah, that's what I meant by the aerial. The aerial character is the one that was able to do 6 of them in the 6 air dashes in a row. The tank was the big chubby looking one. That's what I call tanks. They take the least amount of damage. That's their best quality. They take the least amount of damage. So like, you gotta do a certain amount of damage on your opponent to knock them down. Or for instant knockdown, you need to just hit them with your melee attack. If you hit somebody with your melee attack, it's an instant knockdown no matter what. Because that's what melee attacks are for. They're for instant knockdowns, and like, they're the hardest attacks to land because people are able to jump over them and teleport around them and dodge them and stuff like that. So guns and bombs and stuff are easier to utilize. So like, that's why, you know, you get automatic knockdown for using the melee attack. And depending on the character, the melee attack may do such and such amount of damage. Like powerhouses, because they do the most damage. I think almost everybody for them, they do over 120 something damage. But depending on what character they're doing it to, it like differentiates on it. I have videos explaining the difference with all that and stuff like that. I have a what's it called, a tutorial video for it, and I have a guide for it that explains all this I'm talking about right now for that. Then we move on to the Gundam looking characters. And the Gundam looking characters are the characters I already showed you. I showed you that one that does the 5 air dodges, but the regular ones that I call Gundam, they only could do 3. And the reason I call them Gundam, because look, they all look like that. We could even go back in the game and like, you know, like, because you were like, Gundam, what Gundam? Like, just look at them. They all look like a Gundam. And that's why I just called them the Gundam class. I think they call it a vanishing fighter or something. Something on here. That's what the game calls them. But I call them Gundams because look at them. They all look like Gundams. See? And they look like, I forget what they call, which one they call. No, not mobile suit. I forget what it's called. These type of Gundams are called. Because you got these, And then you got the ones with the single eye and stuff like that. I forget what's the proper name for them. So, yeah. Then you got these. The Beast character who has the jump teleports. And I showed you what those are as well. So, like, I'll show you the Gundam again. I'll just click on one. This one, these only got one. The other one was an illegal character. That's why he had 5. See, do 3 dash teleports. So instead of being air dash or something, it's called, I call them a jump teleport. I mean a dash teleport. My bad. And then the jump teleports is the character that's called the Beast. The game calls them that as well. I forget what's the extra part of the name that the game calls it, but I call them Beast characters as well because they all look like some type of animal or monster. See? So that's what these are called, the Beasts. And these right here are illegals. These are the illegal characters and stuff like that. What makes them illegal is they have overpowered attributes to them. Like, instead of being able to do 3 dash teleports, it can do 5, but the drawback is it doesn't do as much damage as far as the, you know, melee attack is concerned. But like, I'll show you like the benefits of it. So like, I'll show you this character because that's who this character this character here. Oh crap, let me put the charger in for this shit tries to go out on me. This character right here, because if you've seen in my videos, it's supposed to be a combination of this character, number 1 for them, and number 4. I say make that character, but it's based around his attack patterns and stuff like that. So like, I'll show you. So like, his melee attack is this. His melee attack is the only one with no invisibility frame. So like, it doesn't turn red. So like, he can easily get knocked out of his melee attack because he has no invisibility frames, but he can hit his multiple times. You see? Oh crap, that's on me. Yeah, that was me. My bad. I actually pressed B. B is the bomb. So see, you see that? And then this, to me, he has the exact same melee attack, but his has, you know, invisibility frames. Oh, my bad. Invisibility frames. 1, 2. See, it's the same thing except for his turns red. And the whole time a character is red, they cannot be attacked. But they can be attacked as soon as they come out of being red and stuff like that. And some melee attacks are bad. Like, now that you know about all the characters, well, you don't know about these characters. These are illegals. This is basically a legal version. She's the illegal version of which character on here? Oh yeah, the first character on here for the for the Lady Death. And then the one that you saw at the bottom is the illegal character for right here, for this character. This character right here is no, my bad. Nope, it's not that one. Nope, I got that wrong. This character right here. Yeah, so this is called Raid 2. This is the Raid original. And I believe something on here is a Raid 3 or something. This is probably a Raid 3. But he looks like him though. He got the same hairstyle as him. And then we go all the way to the end. That's supposed to be this character. Now I don't think there's no drawback on this character, because he actually has improved, you know, what's the name? Whereas all of them are balanced, he's now not balanced because his ground speed is now a freaking, is that ground speed? Let me make sure. Yep, His ground speed is now 10, which is the highest on the game, besides a few of the what's the name characters who are on the game. I think they got 9s and stuff like that. And then his what's the name? It's just a little bit above average with 7 for his air speed and vertical jump. But he moves quick as hell now, so yeah, he moves way quicker than the other ones. And I gotta give him something because he moves way quicker and he has a decent melee attack. That's a decent melee attack. Yeah. And it does 160. So I got, do I got character built for that illegal one? Let me see something right quick. Oh, this character you saw, this character you see right there is basically like, this is my favorite robo with the best freaking stuff that I took from my other characters to make him even better, because this is just my secret weapon basically. For like when the game says I can pick whoever, I usually go with him a lot of the times. Some matchups I shouldn't because he's not always going to be favored in every matchup, but this is the standard for him. This is the standard for him, and this is my favorite battle gear, period. That's just the most overpowered battle gear that I could go with, but this is my favorite, period. I don't think that character is in use at all on here. Yep, he's not in use, so we can change that right now. This video is going over an hour. That's all on me. What move will I give him? What attack can you try to give him though? He can have the original thing, and then he can go with... Where's that one character that's on here? Yeah, I give him that character that's... No, that's not it. Yeah. So I was trying to figure out something for him, but like, I guess I could give all his stuff to this character right here. Instead, just give him all his stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just fixed this character. It's the character that I was supposed to be going with for this. I just fixed him right up. Yep. I think I just fixed this character. I thought I was gonna be able to hit him out of that. I guess. Yeah, that could work with this character. This gun could work with any character, really. Yeah, I guess I'll keep this for this character. Let me remember that though. Alright, I'm gonna end this video because this is freaking Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. I had to spend about 20 minutes on a different game, but like I played that game and I'm currently doing the all the tournaments for that game. As you saw on the screen, I did beat that game, but now I'm finna beat it while recording. So basically what I did was like I did a complete playthrough for the second part of the game, which is called the Grand Battle, where you just go and do a bunch of tournaments. Sometimes you face 5 people, sometimes you face 6, 7, 8, and then the final 3 tournaments I gotta do 10, and I'm on the final 3 tournaments. I actually gotta start doing the first one pretty soon. And like basically that's what that was, me talking about that stuff, about another game that sparked my interest a lot. I also why is that on there to start it? Okay, also did NFL Blitz 2000, was able to win the damn Super Bowl, and it was a close damn game, man. It was a close damn game because the game was fucking cheating me, man. It wouldn't let me throw the ball when I want to, and it didn't let me at all press tackle when I want to. And for whatever reason, my phone was vibrating every time somebody made a tackle. I was like, why did the phone vibrate if somebody make the tackle? I've never done that before. I don't want it to be doing that. So it's like, you know, it was vibrating every time somebody made a tackle, like, you know how controllers used to vibrate and stuff like that. I was like, why the fuck is it doing that? Because like, and in order for me to make tackles, because like the first half sucked because I couldn't figure out how to make myself tackle, and I didn't want to start the game over or nothing like that because the game was fucking with me, with not allowing me to tackle. So I just found out I just need to double tap on, you know, the B button, which was the tackle button. I just need to double tap the B button every time I wanted to tackle, and that's how I started getting my tackles off. I played the whole entire season. That's what these videos are. I did whole entire season, so I played all 16 of my regular season games along with the playoff game, because I was the overall best team. Only lost in week 5, and that was against the Minnesota Vikings. I played them, and they were at home or whatever like that. Randy Moss, if you ever played NFL Blitz 2000, that's who was destroying me. Well, the whole team was they was pretty much all destroying me because I was mainly worried about Randy Moss. But then we completely annihilated them when we played against them at home. So what was that? That was week 5. We played them on the road, and I think I played them at home like week 9 or some shit. Was it week 9 that we played them? Let me see. I think it was week 9. Alright. No, that week 9 is the first time I played Green Bay. Yeah, week 9 was the first time I played Green Bay. Or was it week 8? Was it week 8 then?
My God, they should go for it.
Damn, was it week 10 or 11? What the hell? What week were you, mother sons of bitch? Like, don't try to play me like that, man. Get this lost.
Stay in the middle.
Yeah, here we go.
Check what's in the middle.
See that? We smashed them. No, show the final score. I want to see the final. Oh shit, I thought we smashed them. Never mind. We didn't. Or did we? Oh no, we didn't smash them. Forget I said anything. We did not smash them at all. I thought we won by like 20 or something. Cause we lost to them by like 12, but like it was a lot of shit going on with that game. That was week 5. It was a lot of shit going on with that game. I threw like 2 or 3 interceptions, and then on top of that, I had like fumbles because I didn't realize that every time you did the spin move on the game, which is just double tapping the turbo when you have the ball, when you're running with the ball, you freaking they can tackle you. They can make you fumble if they hit you after you do the spin move or during the spin move or whatever. They can make you fumble. And sometimes, because like I couldn't use the whole season, I couldn't use the stiff arm because like the B button, which was my dive, the A button, because when you got the ball, the dive button becomes your leap button. The dive tackle becomes your leap button, your leaping button. So like, yeah, because the A button is on the right side of the screen, along with the B button and the freaking R button, and the R button was my turbo button, because I ain't want my turbo button to be on the same side as my movement, which is either the analog or the directional pad. So that's what happened with all that. So yeah, I completed all that. I'm finna be done with all of Custom Rumble V2. I may make a new tutorial for it, because I am making a new tutorial for it, because the one I have, I'm probably gonna upload anyway, but it's almost 2 damn hours of me talking about the game, and then with all the stuff I learned from off of Game Frags or whatever like that, and then as far as like my own guide and stuff like that, I have video like that as well for Custom Rumble V2, but that's over an hour as well, so I may do a video that's shorter and explain my guide points of why I use certain characters, the way I use them and stuff like that, and what's the benefit of using this character versus that character and stuff like that. But one of the main things before we get out here I want to say is that this right here is the best way to test yourself against the computer. The one at the bottom is the computer. Now this is one of my favorite classes to use. I call it the Eagle Eye for the battle gear. This Robo with battle gear, or the class I call it, is Eagle Eye, because it's the best for long distance evasion. So range evasion or whatever like that. So what I mean by range evasion is like you always trying to attack the opponent from a distance, and that gun you see right there on his on the left side of his, the one that you see that's all red, that's his gun. The yellow, red, and white is his bomb. And like the bomb is a geyser bomb that shoots the opponent in the air and then shoots at them like a missile. And then the gun that you see, that's an actual sniper rifle, and like that can hit from anywhere across the field. The cool thing about this game is that bombs can go through walls and stuff like that, but once walls and barriers and stuff like that and surfaces, but guns cannot. So once a gun hits a surface, the bullet or ammo or cartridge or whatever you want to call it, it stops as soon as it hit a surface. So the ammo you use for that gun stops as soon as it hits the surface. And there's all sorts of guns and bombs and stuff like that, unique guns and bombs on here. You got one that you can shoot a phoenix at somebody. You got another one that turns into bees. You got one that turns into bubbles. You got a flamethrower. You got ones that like trick shots, as in like you'll shoot the gun and it's one of the green guns and it shoots in an angle, so like it makes like a cute angle or whatever like that, so it turns the corner. You can shoot it around the corner. So like let's say you stand in front of a barrier, right behind a barrier, and your opponent's on the other side. You can use that gun to like shoot around the corner on them, and when you jump in the air, it shoots in the other direction in the angle around them, around the corner. So you got to remember which side you're on and stuff like that. The way I like to play with that gun, and it's probably like the most easiest way to defeat that character, is like I like to stay on either the left or right side of my opponent whichever side my gun works best with, I like to stay on that side, on the opposite side of the opponent, on that side of the field, because it can go all the way across the screen, across the whole entire map, and that's how like I basically like to use that gun, or like that. I haven't never played the one that's for GameCube. That's the one that they actually do tournaments for, and they actually play the CEO or whatever like that for it, CEO gaming and stuff like that. That FGC gaming tournament. I believe they played the couple. Yeah, they played the Evo. I believe before they had the Evo before, but that's called Battle Revolution. Like. The thing is, the way you just saw me playing the game, imagine that, but, you know, at a high-paced speed and stuff like that. Like, literally like watching, like, Dragon Ball Z. That's what that's like when they play at that speed. It's literally like watching Dragon Ball Z or one of those anime shows where, like, they fight at a super high pace the whole time around with flying around and everything. That's how it's like. Basically, the tournament of power. Where they can't just stay in the air, but they can jump in the air and stay in the air for a while and stuff and fight and then fall back down. But I think they were flying in that goddamn tournament. They said they took away the ability to fly, but that's some bullshit because, like, you know, a couple of the fights, like, they was hitting each other multiple times in the air. It wasn't like they just jumped towards each other and hit each other and then fell down. They was going here, there, and everywhere while staying in the air. So that shit that when they said like they couldn't jump and they couldn't fly in the tournament, I think that was some bullshit. Like, you could fly if you have like wings and shit like that, but like none of the Z fighters had wings, motherfucker. They would stay in the air fighting for a good long minute, and they was teleported in the air while they was fighting. You know, they were here 1 second, then there and here and there, and like I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, don't you have to? Are they flapping their arms? Nobody's moving their arms or feet to like stay in the air or nothing. Anyway. That's the best thing to train against. Yeah. It's set to the hardest difficulty with these settings, and then that thing in the bottom is the AI tactic, which is long distance evasion, long range evasion, or whatever you want to call. And there's 3 types of AI tactics for how you want the AI to play against you. You got ground. You got the ground game, flying game, and then long range distance evasion. And like that's probably like the best one because it works perfectly for this character. But one thing I will say is the ground game is just stupid. Because instead of just having them use mostly running around to get around on the ground, they got them using the jet boost or air dash to get closer to the opponent instead of just, you know, running around and running towards them to get closer to them like I would in a match. They got them actually fucking using the air dash / jet boost to get closer, and then the flying one they just never walk. They never walk at all. They just always in the air. Just automatically jump back up in the air. And like, yeah, that's good for certain characters, but like not every damn character. I wish they had more tactics like AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, because like, well, not my bad, Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 is my wrestling promotion for the game. Anyway, we've been on this for a little too long. Sorry about that. But I just want to, you know, give some praise and love to the games that I like a lot. I'll probably be doing this more often, probably before I even start matches, for like people to know a little bit more about the game or get them interested in watching it. I'll be like, I'm gonna do this until you just start watching those videos. No, I'm just kidding. But I will be talking about it at the end of the videos at times where I think I should. I'm gonna watch that right now. Khabib rips Conor McGregor. That motherfucker think that he supposed to get the rematch just because he's Conor McGregor. I can't believe that. And Dana White is banging right into it. So, yeah, Khabib and Conor is next. I was like, wait, first of all, Khabib may lose his belt to Tony Ferguson. Second of all, Conor already destroyed Khabib already destroyed Conor McGregor. I said Conor already destroyed. Conor ain't destroyed shit but that bus. He didn't destroy nothing but that bus. And Khabib destroyed him, and then he beat up his team, man. Well, he tried to beat up his team. He ego dived over there, and then he started fighting. What's the nigga name? Dylan Dennis. But I don't even think he even beat up Dylan Dennis. They were just throwing hands back and forth. I don't think Dylan Dennis lost, and I don't think Khabib won. I think it was just, they was throwing hands, but they said like he was stumbling, or they claimed that Dylan Dennis was supposed to be like stumbling at the confrontation with Khabib. I was like, how? By the time Khabib got over there, security was already over there. They probably got like 1 or 2 shots on each other, then security was like, break it up. Broke it up like fucking pro wrestling and shit. Except for they actually tried to keep them apart. Pro wrestling, they hold them apart for like 3 seconds. Well, I should say pro wrestling. I should say WWE style. Or pro wrestling in North America, I should say. Yeah, North America. Not North America, but America. Or USA, I should say. Yeah. Because I hate when they say in America, like, United States of America is the only American country right here. That's because we have nothing else to call ourselves, U.S. citizen. That's what we've been called, just U.S. citizen. Because you got UK citizens over there. People in the UK, you call them UK citizens and stuff like that. Even though this motherfucker's British, that nigga's Irish, that's Scottish, that nigga's from Wales, this one's from here, there, everywhere and shit like that. Because motherfuckers ain't coming with a good enough name. And the thing is, if you're thinking about it, it's kind of ironic because we're called the United States, and then where the fuck the pioneers of America came from was the UK. So from the UK to the US, that just makes no sense. But I'm not. I think because UK was probably around. I'm not sure if it was UK or the US first. Yeah, the United States of America probably was first, then the UK. But either way, still got ties to Britain and shit, to the British and shit like that. We didn't even change the fucking language. All you did was move. Fucking like Native Americans been here since the get-go and shit like that. Only thing the pioneers of America did was take over a country that wasn't even theirs and shit like that, and then change what they're called and shit. Like, we're called this now, even though you're all from over there, we're called this now and shit like that. But they haven't changed the language. We just don't speak with a British accent. You speak with several different accents, because there's several different accents for every type of country and shit like that. But like America has like 80 different accents. You got the all sort of southern accents, you got all the accents that's from the East Coast, the West Coast, the dirty South, the country, the freaking Midwestern and all that other crap, Anyway, who cares about all that shit? The next video that will be coming up will be the first of 2 for the MMA division's 5th spot chance qualifier. Probably just do both of those tomorrow. Then following that up with the 2 for the AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 division. So that'll probably be later on tonight, or probably later on in the evening for Wednesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday. I should say Thursday night and Wednesday night and Thursday morning, and then Thursday night and Friday morning. Yeah. So around those times for the MMA divisions, 5th spot chance qualifiers, and the absolute division, 5th spot chance qualifier. Alright, so until the next video later, once again, congratulations go out to Takawee. I believe that's who won it. Yeah, Takawee won it. Yeah, he beat Kentaro, and I may end up putting Kentaro the in the Fight for Gold Championship. May do him that favor and put him in the Fight for Gold Championship. Let me see something. Let's go into here. Yeah, we're gonna end it with talking about that, and because once I press this, it'll scroll down to here to the bottom, and yep, we got the second person that's gonna be participating in the Fight for Gold Championship, and that is Shigo. Shigo. He will be participating in the Fight for Gold Championship. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Who better is like my list of matchups I would like to see. Like, you know, like people got Death Battle, you got people who make their own videos telling you who will win and this like that. The main ones are Death Battle and what's the other dude's name? There's the people from Death Battle. There's Animation Rewind. There's two more that I like a lot. There's well, is there three? I can't figure out the fifth one. I can't remember the name of the fifth one, but another one is Perfect Mayhem. I forget what number he has in his name. Perfect Mayhem 80 something. And then there's also Dan Co, DAN, and then Co as like, you know, corporation or company or whatever. And then I think there's a fifth one. I can't remember the name of the fifth one. God, I could probably figure out on YouTube or something like that. But there's a few of them that are pretty good and stuff like that with like who they think will win. There's also one that I got that does, I can't even spell that one. It starts with E, and like a lot of the videos are about Star Wars and this and that, and like stuff that happened with Star Wars and with the comics and TV shows and movies and stuff like that. And he does stuff about, you know, like sci-fi, and he has like which one will win for like sci-fi breakdowns and stuff like that for like those type of movies. Anyway, to the next one. Oh yeah, go back on here. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you what my who's better thing until I decide to do like videos that talk about who I think will win with those. I may start doing that. I always made who's better and stuff like that as far as like who will win. As far as like, because I always wanted to make like my own animations for it, but like that probably would never end up happening. Not that good at drawing or doing animation to begin with. Never had attempted it. Maybe one day in the future I will, but I'll probably just make videos me discussing it or something. Cause like, only thing I hate about Death Battle, I'm still talking about this shit, but anyway, only thing I really hate about Death Battle is like, they like, as far as like they talk about feats and this and that, like I don't mind you talk about the feats and stuff, but the only thing bad about the feats is two things. One, we talk about how much damage they can take and this, that, and the other, and so how much damage they can survive from various explosions, and like it did this amount of TNT. He was able to, you know, withstand this amount of TNT, or he was able to deliver this amount of TNT damage and this, that, and the other. That shit is all good and gravy. Or they'll have it like, oh, he was able to go toe to toe with the Hulk, or he was able to go toe to toe with like Superman or this or that and shit like that. When it comes to the comic book characters or anything in general, the main thing is you're supposed to give your depiction of who you think will win the fight between them. Because like when it comes to realistic combat or real life combat, guess what they always say? Like, you can have this person beat that person, but that doesn't mean just because he was able to beat this person, he's going to be able to beat this other person. Because it's not his abilities versus that guy's abilities. It's these two going at it. It's like, and like, I forgot what it was, but like somebody who can go toe to toe with Hulk or take blows with the Hulk was supposed to be able to beat somebody from no, it was Danko. Yeah, it was Danko. I forget the ones. Oh yeah, the feats and shit like that is like what I hate for yeah, the feats and stuff like that, as far as like he was able to survive this or do this much damage. That's what I hate from Death Battle, but the Danko, oh yeah, it was Captain America versus. No, it was Captain America versus Deathstroke, and I believe it was Danko who did a video, and he said Captain America would win. It basically brought it down to the fact that Batman, when he loses to Deathstroke, usually he's already injured or this, that, the other going into the fight, and the same thing, Captain America can go toe to toe with the Hulk and this, that, and the other to a certain degree or point. First of all, when it comes to comic books or fiction and period, a lot of times the good guy is always going to look strong. You know, it's just like pro wrestling. Batman, the reason that Batman looks so strong is because Batman, even though, you know, Deathstroke for all means and purposes should automatically kill Batman just because his reaction speed and the fact that he'll use actual fucking guns that Batman ass don't. And like, Deathstroke is a sharpshooter. If you watch the new Deathstroke show or you watch Deathstroke or read him in the comic books, period, he's almost as good as goddamn Deadshot. Deadshot is probably the only person who can outshoot him in DC Comics, period. Deadshot, the best fucking sharpshooter or marksman in all of freaking DC Comics, is probably the only person who can outshoot him with guns and stuff like that. That's the only person who can outshoot him with guns. You know, and then you would think in a real life situation, if you took away the fucking storyline and the comics and shit like that and just looked at Batman as a whole, as a character, versus Deathstroke as a character, not anything to have to do with the comics at all. Just only thing you can take from the comics is what they're capable of doing. Fuck all their fights and shit like that. Deathstroke, for all intents and purposes, would kill Batman because guess what? Batman can't react within a nanosecond of shit. Only Deathstroke can. Deathstroke is literally able to react in nanoseconds of shit happening in front of him. Batman can't do that. And I'm damn sure that Captain America can't do that. So that's why I think Captain America wins. Plus, he has superhuman strength. A fucking better healing factor than Captain America and everything else. Only thing Captain America got going for him is that he got that fucking shield and he got superhuman strength as well, and like he got excellent durability if he's able to fight the Hulk like that. But other than that, he will die from gunshot wounds. Captain America will die if you put enough bullets in him. If you shoot his ass in the head, he will be dead, okay? Deathstroke can live from a shot to the head. Captain America, I don't think he's living from that shit. So like, cause like he was basically doing a super soldier versus super soldier scenario and shit like that. And I was like, man, we get the fuck out of here. Captain America, fuck his shield, fuck him fighting the Hulk, fuck Deathstroke losing to Batman. Cause like the thing is, like, anytime you got good guy versus villain, of course the good guy gonna look strong and the villain's gonna look like, you know, like a coward, like, oh, he can only do that because he cheated, or only because the good guy was, you know, injured, or the hero was injured. That's only the villain won and shit like that. So you can't really go based off of their fucking battles with other fucking people, because that's the way it's just built to look and stuff like that. It looks just like fucking pro wrestling. The dictates it will real life combat with the fucking with the wrestling matches. You know, with their I would say improv / choreograph / scripted fighting. You know, that's what wrestling is. Most of the time, the punches are fake. Except for when they do land and you see motherfuckers either wobble or pissed off. And then, you know, the impact on every attack is real, so you can't call it combat. You can't call it combat. So the type of shit they do, it's like high flying to me and pro wrestling is basically, you know, free running or parkour if they was allowed to if they was actually fighting and they was allowed to like touch each other or shit. Like, you imagine two parkour people fighting, they'll be coming off the fucking top rope, drop kicking and fucking diving at each other and shit like that. Can't say. But anyway, that's just what all that shit is about, you know. So I ain't really like I liked a lot of his matchups and like, but I do agree that it could go either way. But I don't think he will lose just because this motherfucker only time he ever beat Batman was Batman was like weak or something like that. No, not that I think about it. It wasn't Deathstroke versus Captain America. I think somebody else did that with Deathstroke versus Captain America. That was a different person. His was Deathstroke versus Taskmaster. That's why he said that Taskmaster win, because Taskmaster can like hand-to-hand combat will beat freaking Deathstroke. But Deathstroke relaxes the shit in a nanosecond. He can fucking take you out. And I know Taskmaster, he can read his opponent's movements and patterns and shit like that, and that's how he's able to kick everybody's ass. But like, when you gotta react to shit in nanoseconds and shit like that, you're not gonna be able to fucking stop Deathstroke, okay? You're gonna be reacting to everything, but you gonna slip up every once in a while. And I'm pretty sure Taskmaster, with people who are way slower than fucking Deathstroke and way less powerful than Deathstroke, he has slipped up in fights. But they don't never factor that in. It is factored in the fact that he was able to go toe to toe with like, who did they say? Captain America. I'm not sure if they said Iron Fist or Black Panther, because those are two of the more creative fighters over there in Marvel. Those two, like, what's his name? Wolverine and freaking Captain America, they're good fighters and all like that, but the more cerebral fighters who can really kick your ass is, what's that? Plus, goddamn Wolverine, for all intents and purposes, those calls play a big factor in his fighting and stuff like that. Even though he does know a good number of martial arts, so he is a complete martial arts over there and shit like that. But he's only 5'6". He's not the size that fucking Hugh Jackman makes him out to be by playing him in the movies. Even though Hugh Jackman is probably going to be going down as the greatest Wolverine character of all time to ever play him. I don't think nobody else going to ever replace him as Wolverine. But the same thing was said about Heath Ledger with fucking Joker. I don't think, but the thing is, I don't necessarily think, what's his name? Joaquin Phoenix's Joker replaces Heath Ledger's Joker. I think it's just a different version of Joker. Because Heath Ledger's Joker was already fucking, all intents and purposes, a fucking maniac already who was willing to kill and all that other shit. Heath Ledger's Joker was like, you know, the startup of that, going into the freaking, you know, what Heath Ledger's Joker is. So Phoenix's Joker is different than Ledger's Joker and stuff like that. Anyway, that's all that shit that's going on. No, that's all that shit to do with that sort of thing and stuff like that. Like, yeah, who's better? It's always gonna be opinionated, but like, I wish somebody would just base it off of their abilities and shit like that, period, and not bring up who they fought and this, that, and the other, because who they fought, you can bring that to a factor, but don't bring it to a factor that, like, you know, he lost to this person, or he was barely able to keep up with that person, and this person would be able to keep up with that person. That doesn't fucking matter. Your fight history matters, but it doesn't matter to the point where, like, it dictates who you're capable of beating and shit like that. Because for all intents and purposes, you're saying that Captain America can go toe-to, like, because Captain America was able to fight Hulk for days and shit like that, he'll be able to fight Superman for days. No, he will not. No, he will not. Hulk is not as fast as Superman. Also, he can't fucking fly. If Superman went up against Captain America, he'll break that motherfucking shoe and snap Captain America in 1,000 pieces, or he'll just use the heat vision, and hopefully if it doesn't reflect back into his eyes, fucking heat it up so hot that Captain America's arm is just, I can't even think about it. His arm and flesh would be just stuck to the damn shield, and like he'll have a permanent fucking shield, and then he can't use it as a throwing device. He can only hold it on his arm because now it's stuck on his arm permanently. You know, other than that, he could get behind him like Quicksilver can. You know, he could just get behind him like Quicksilver can. Even though he's not as quick as Quicksilver, to me, he's one of the fastest characters who's not Flash or Quicksilver. You know, easily one of the fastest people who are not one of them. And then you got the fact that he like what they always said about Superman. He's like the Hulk, but can move almost as quick as Flash. You know, he can move at the speed of Flash, but hits like the fucking Hulk. And he can fly, which neither one of those characters to do. Fucking Hulk can leap, but he eventually comes back down to the ground. Flash can probably run fast as hell and jump and leap as well, but he still got to come back down to the ground. Superman can levitate because he can literally fly. You know, literally can fly. Alright, that is all that. Again, what's coming up next will be the MMA division. That will probably be either later on tonight, Wednesday night, or Thursday morning at like 1 or 2 a.m. or something. And then either Thursday night or Friday morning for the Absolute division. Until the next video later. Sorry about all that.